Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Cancer friends. I'm running late because they're taking time, these readings, so I'll just get right to it and not save any time. Let's go do one step at a time, Cancer, and this is a reading for the month of May. And we're going to use the Lenormand deck, and I'll put out a mini grand tableau, and that is 4 by 4 cards. So that means there'll be 4 rows of 4 cards. And what I'll do is typically what I'm going to do is tell you certain areas of your life in the month of May and what goes on there. And then I'll talk of each individual week. And there are 31 days. So I'll say the first 7 or 8 days, the second 7 or 8 days, and so on. And this is the first half of the reading. Now, just let me concentrate for a second and take a look at what I'm looking at, Then I have, okay. These each have houses and they're numbered, so I'm taking a look at how they're. Let me see if I could show you those. Yeah, there you go. See how they. There you go. Come into my room, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. All right, now, in the month of May, Cancer. The beginnings and endings. You remember that the last reading we had was the full moon reading, and we talked about releasing. I had a full moon spread, and we talked about what did you have to release. Here I'm seeing an abrupt decision to end. You make such fast choices in terms of when to stop and when to start. Hi there. When to stop and when to start. And so your Quicksilver, it's like Quicksilver, Cancer. You know what you want and you know when to start and when to stop. And then the area that will be a pleasant surprise for the month of May, actually a very pleasant surprise, is the area of the house, actually, the area of the house. And thank goodness. And then there is the area of abrupt beginnings. Abrupt endings, what should be abrupt endings. That's the house. And we have here the ship, and the ship talks about movement. It could be movement over water, but it also means trips. And there may be abrupt changes to the nature of travel that you have, your travel plans, or your movement towards certain initiatives. This also will be represented by a sudden shift in decision. Then there's an area that is that relates to oral communication, and it also relates to physical contact, to sex. And I have here the book. And what does the book talk about? It tells you, Cancer, that there are mysteries involved in the sexuality, the sensuality of a person that you are dealing with. And if it relates to communication, to oral communication, it is best not said in the month of May. That's what they're telling you. Then we have the card that talks about your work and your livelihood. Tops. This is the Rider. Very, very wonderful change, wonderful promotion. It is the area that is probably one of the luckiest in what I'm looking at here. And then we have the area of your sense of security, and that is what is going to sort of take a hit. We have the mice here, and your sense of security, you're fearful. That's fear. I'm looking at fear there. Your sense of security, this is fearful that I won't have enough money. This is you being afraid that I'm not going to be there on time for what, fear in terms of your sense of security. I won't be there for them. You or your family members. So let's beware of that, and let's, be ready to deal with that. The next card involves guidance and the area of where you get your guidance. And here is, they're the lilies. And this talks about you facing getting information and guidance, counseling from someone who is older than you, from a person who is mature. I'm looking at a grandparent or an older sibling here. Also, there's the area of the idea of going home. What will make you feel best? What will make you feel that you're coming into your own? What is it that's making you feel that you're finally there? And it's all about making money. It's all about making money, not only on your full-time job, 9 to 5, or your full-time job, but making money from a hobby as well. That would really feel like that's what you should be doing, Cancer. That's what would serve you best in the month of May. Then we have a card that talks about public gatherings, being in the public. And I have here the card of the decision-making process, the paths, the decisions, the crossroads. And here, in terms of being in the public, it is there where you're going to have to make the most important decisions in the month of May. Also, I have some obstacles, okay, because life is, each of these houses represents something, and there is a house that represents also obstacles. And here there is an obstacle, but it's represented by the dog, and the dog talks to friends, and this is a key to you. This is an indication that friends in your midst may represent obstacles for your goals, perhaps. Then there is a card that talks about exactly the house of the decision-making process. And we have here a woman. Any decisions that you will be having to take in May. It's a two-layered here. There's two prongs to this reading here. One, it involves a woman, the decision-making, or it is the woman who will be making the decision for you or relating to you. Then we have an area of the spread that talks about nuisances, issues, small problems. And here I have the cross. The small problems are heightened to a level of seriousness that they didn't have before. So try not to make a mountain from a molehill. Then there's an area that talks about hidden issues that are hidden from you. And I have the garden. And this tells you, Cancer, that there are no hidden areas. They are all up and up, more or less transparent. What you see is what you get. Then we have here the area of the spread that talks about written communication. I'm going to sneeze. I know it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I always have my tissues nearby. They always come in twos, so we'll see. An area of the spread that talks about written communication. And actually, written communication, this is the bear, and the written communication is by far the area that will give you a sense of security. So if you need to communicate and you're unsure, do it in writing. Now, another area of the spread is a male influence, or a male in your life, or your male side to your soul. And I'm getting here the bouquet. This is a surprise. This is a pleasant surprise. A male will represent a pleasant surprise for you, Cancer. And then there's the female side, or the female influence, or a female. And a female contacts you. Interesting. So now let's look at each week. And the first 7 or 8 days, what am I seeing? I'm seeing that all of a sudden matters of the home will be important to you. But at the same time, they will be hidden from you and you won't find them out until the last minute. Okay? I always have to go back and see my videos again, even, those that pertain to my sun, moon, sign, and rising. This is for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. And the second 7 or 8 days I'm seeing here that very, very, there's a very lucky streak that you're having the second week of May, 7 or 8 days, second 7 or 8 days, that all of a sudden something in this lucky streak, something happens that stops you in your tracks. The luck stops, and you start thinking, oh my goodness, something's going wrong, But then there's your maturity has to kick in. Your sense of responsibility kicks in, and it is the area of your finances, your banking, being paid, that is able to help you with the problem that arises. Okay. Now the third week, the third 7 or 8 days. What do I have here? I've got that. This is by far the week that will see you having to make decisions, and having to make decisions where friends can help you the most. And if you're unsure, go to the friends. And also a woman in particular will be able to help you more than anything else and more than anyone else. And it's a decision that's very, very important. It's important for your well-being. It's important for what you feel is most important that month. Then the last week of the month, the last 7 or 8 days, I have here you as being a public person. Your sense of security is played out in the public realm, a surprise that comes your way, and also communication that comes your way. Surprises and communication are on their way. Cancer. So let me take these cards up. So Sun, Moon, and Rising Cancer, and take the cards of the Happy Tarot. They're so cute. They're so cute. Let me show you these. The Happy Tarot. The Happy Tarot. And what am I going to do with them? Mix them, and I'm going to lay a card for every sign of the zodiac in relation to you. Of course, let me pull this up because I keep bending. Let me tell you that it's true. We don't all have. We don't have all of these signs. This is a general reading, but take what's pertaining to you. Take what is relevant to you, and then just leave the rest behind. All right. So let's see. These cards represent an Aries in your life, Taurus, Gemini, a Cancer, a fellow Cancerian, or you yourself, Leo, and Virgo. Then we have Libra, Scorpio, we have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Let's go. Aries, what is the Aries in your life? I've got the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Coins. Take that Aries and keep them very close, keep them very, very close, because they are light for you. They will represent light. You can benefit from the reflection of their light, actually. Then Taurus. Taurus is represented by the Ten of Wands. Poor Taurus, this person that you know, the Taurus person that you know is, my seat is squeaking. The Taurus person that you know is having a rough patch in May, and you'll find that they will be coming to the end of this rough patch. And if you don't want to hear their laments and their, pain, maybe you can keep them at bay. Now, a Gemini in your life here is represented by the High Priest. How nice is that? The High Priest. This is a person of unconditionality. This is a person who has your back. This is a person who you can go to and tell them anything. They will not be judgmental. This is a friend, a very close friend, and it could be a lover, but more than anything else in the month of May, it will be a friend. They will be a friend. Then we have another Cancer, or you yourself, and this is the Death card. This is the Death card. When I find that, I pick up another card, and the Sun. Oh my God, what a beautiful two major arcana. And this means, Cancer, that this month, well, if it's a fellow Cancerian, it is a person who is karmic for you. It's a karmic relationship. This is a person who has been with you in past lives, and they are really important to you. That doesn't necessarily mean it's without its problems, but the bond is strong. If it's you yourself, this is a turning point. The month of May is a turning point for you, Cancers. Turning point. Leo. Oh, beautiful card. The World card. Leo, this, like the Aries, you want to keep them close. You want to keep them close because this will take you by the hand and bring you right where you need it. Cancer, this Leo will be there and take you exactly to where you have to go. Then the Virgo in your life, potentially who is in your life, I have the Justice card. The Justice card here too. I see that the Virgo is a person who's karmic for you. They have been around with you. They will be a devil's advocate at times. In literally, they will say, well, you have to remember, or what if this happens instead of that? This is a person whose trust you can count on, and whose they won't lie to you when you need them to give you some suggestions or feedback. Then we have a Libra, and we have here the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. This Libra here, you have some lovely cards here, Cancer, I have to say. This Libra person is a person who's going to help you with work, a person who will be useful to you, useful for you in what you, any project that you have in hand, underway. And then we have the Scorpio that potentially is in your life, is the Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. This is what we usually call the tarot readers, the happily ever after cards. This Taurus card is, this Taurus person is a happy person. This Taurus person can only give. This Taurus person is an unconditional friend, lover, family member, or co-worker. This person is light as well. They are light. Then we have the Sagittarian cards, and the Sagittarian in your life is represented by the Six of Wands. You can't get more successful than that Sagittarian. This person knows what it means to be successful. This person can even lead you to success. They can give you pointers on how to be successful. Then we have the Capricorn person who's potentially in your life, and this is the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is an earth sign, just like the Capricorns are. And what do they represent for you? In the month of May, they represent someone who has their feet on the ground, who knows what they're doing, knows what they want, knows what they have, knows what they don't need. And they are an all-knowing type of person. Go to them for advice. Then we have an Aquarius in your life, potentially, is the Queen of Cups. A beautiful soul, this Aquarian, in the month of May. They really have your best interests in mind. They're there when you need them. You can call them at all hours of the night. They will help you. And then the last card is this, represents the Pisces in your life. It's the Three of Swords. This poor Pisces is going through some heavy-duty heartache, and they may need you. They may need to sound off. They may have to talk about it, but they are going through a very difficult moment in the month of May. And what you may, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you have to interact with them, Cancer. I do hope this was of help to you, and have a nice month of May. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen, Cancer friends. Like, share, and subscribe to my videos. I would love that. And like and share my videos and subscribe. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back soon for another reading. I'll be back soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.